So I'm walking my dog and I'm trying out this live stream setting. I just did. So there's one that is for the kids and there's one that isn't on YouTube. And I believe one for the kids setting won't allow you to comment or like. So I'm trying out this setting for my channel. And so if there's any people that tune in, I'll probably continue the stream, but kind of just testing out the live stream, and I'm gonna make more videos in the future with it, but kind of just testing out the kinks and how that works. And so, man, this is pretty interesting. Oh, so that's how people make create highlights and effects, and I can mute myself. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm walking my dog, and we're just chilling. And if anyone sees me, I would love comments and oh, that's kind of cool. You can play games. Well, man, this is interesting. This is a lot more back in. Sound old, but back in my day when I used to do a video game content channel. I mean, in the beginning of YouTube, like not 2008. I think it was like 2009 or 10 when it was just long form content, not shorts. And so I did a lot of recently my Christian, more Christian themed channel that I'm currently doing. I'm doing more Bible-based content. Oh, hey y'all. I wonder what part of India. I had friends in India. Indian food, I mean, is especially northern Indian food. Punjabi food is pretty good. Mr. Ginge. I don't know if that's a. I don't know if that's a. It sounds like angry Ginge. I'm not British, so I'm just a redhead well, I look really white in this, but I can tan really well. Still look like a ghost in the light, but I can tan. But yeah, when I went to London, and oh, there we go. I look a little darker in this. When I went to London, and when I went to the UK, I went to London, and then I also went to Edinburgh, and Glasgow, and some other parts of Scotland, and I ended up going, and I thought I would fit in because there's some like a lot of redheads there, but it's pretty funny is I did not fit in because I have dark eyes. I can, especially during the summer at the time I went, I lived in the Middle East when I got a flight. I was living in the Middle East during the summer, so I was really tan, and I went to London. I mean, everyone was pasty as can be, super white. Well, not the immigrant people, but all the people that were from there originally in the UK, they were super pasty, super white, and I was like, man, I don't fit in here because I was a redhead, and then I didn't fit in there because I was a tan redhead, and so it was That was pretty funny. I thought my friends that went with me on my trip, they were like, "Hey, your people are here," and I'm like, "I don't look like my people." So I never seen a ginger hillbillies. Well, you're looking at it. I'm from Arkansas. I'm not too hillbilly. Does it help being a redneck? So yeah, I'm testing out this live stream thing. I'm surprised I have 20 viewers on this right now. I usually do Christian-based content, so I do a lot of Bible studies. It's short content, YouTube shorts. I do. I've been doing like apologetic series, God question series, where I answer questions about God. I've also done a series just kind of answering questions to Muslims because I lived in the Middle East and I didn't really know what Muslims believed at all. And some of it was kind of, how you say, I wouldn't say it was racist, but it was just like, it was very ignorant things that I guess people in America get taught about people over there. And so it kind of, I kind of learned more about what those people believed when I was an exchange student, so I lived in people's home that were Muslim. And so I wanted to start doing videos that for Muslim people that never really have Christian friends or never met any people that are believers in Jesus. I just wanted to kind of explain what we really believe, because a lot of them don't really know what Christianity really is, or they just think one guy I knew, he just thought I was just a follower of Pope Francis, and I'm not Catholic. So it was just like a little series that I did clarifying my belief. And I'm trying to do food content too. Maybe eventually down the road I'll do live streams cooking different dishes that I learned when I studied abroad. And maybe if you ever heard of Mike Winger, he does long form content, live stream content with apologetics, and he'll just go dig in God's word and answer questions and make lessons or just really big topics about the Bible and read what the Bible says about that topic. And I'm thinking I might do something like that. I'm also considering doing news, and I do like, I have a knack for world affairs. Knowing technically three, but other languages, getting and friends from all over the world, I kind of get a more bigger scope of the news of things and current events that a lot of you see CNN or Fox News or other mainstream channels don't really talk about or cover those nuanced things. And so I might do content like that every now and then, depending on people's questions or whatnot. So, but yeah, I'm really just testing out this live stream. And so if you give me topics or certain things, I'd be happy to talk about things with y'all in the chat. So if you have questions about God, if you have questions about my life, things interest, I'm also a nerd, so I like going and deep dive in random historical facts about different cultures. Don't get me started on the Soviet Union. And a random guy's doing math in the chat. Tony Creed said hi. Hi, Tony Creed. So I'm really just walking with my dog on a nice Sunday afternoon testing out this live stream capability on my YouTube channel, and just kind of seeing add a Q&A sticker. Best thing at a bakery. What in the world? I guess YouTube's suggesting me things. Best thing at a bakery. Well, sadly in the US, bakeries are more of a novelty than a necessity. That was one thing that I genuinely miss about visiting the Europe was kind of similar setup, and also living in the Middle East, they baked bread. They baked bread daily, and they only sold in their store on their shelf what people would take. And then literally the next day or two, that bread, or really the next day, that bread would be rock hard. Neighbor just zooming. Welcome to America, where there's diesel trucks, and I don't know how they can afford it currently. Just wanting to be loud. But yeah, I that was one thing that I take for granted now is I make my own bread. I enjoy sourdough baking. But yeah, that's something I really miss, is like even in France when I visited over there, and other parts of Europe and the Middle East, and you just go to a place and they bake it fresh. There's no preservatives. Man, when I came back after living abroad, my gut, felt like I was feeding myself poison. So yeah, eat natural foods. That's my thing. I was eating off of processed stuff, and then I come back and I enjoy my stuff that I used to grow up on that was super processed, and then it woke up my curiosity of, why do I feel like crap? And I didn't realize I was feeling like crap for a long time before I went overseas, and then I was like, man, this is what it feels like to not be exhausted every day. And so I started getting, now I'm like it's kind of funny, is back in the day, people that were like health nuts, they were like hippies and a little more on the liberal side. And now I'm conservative and I'm a health nut. And so now it's interesting, is on the news, they make people that are health nuts now conservative stereotypes. So it's kind of funny. The pendulum changed. So what is my favorite food? My favorite food, man, I like everything really. I grew up, my family's Cajun, so grew up in Cajun country, in Louisiana. My father's from Louisiana, so I really do enjoy a nice etouffee or gumbo. Beignets are a good little sweet treat. Things that I genuinely go for, I really liked, my favorite food is osh, I think. And osh is like the Russian word they use, osh in Persian, pulav or pilaf rice. So like in Central Asia, they have this rice that like these really yellow carrots. I don't think they have that in the US. There's a variety of carrots that are yellow that are super sweet. They chop that up, they cook that with rice, and they stew this meat for a while. It's usually over a wooden stove or a fire, and so it has a nice smoky taste to it. So they cook down this meat and then broth with a bunch of onions and garlic. And then after the meat's cooked through, I think they pull the meat out, or and then they'll throw in the rice, and it's kind of like a jambalaya where they'll cook the rice in the broth, and then they kind of let it steam for a while, and they'll have carrots, onions, like whole bulbs of garlic kind of cooked in there too. Usually they put a boiled egg on top. Oh man, that was, we called it osh over there. And that's pretty good. Motorcycle. It sounded like a motorcycle, but it was just a really loud truck. Thank you, Tony Creed. I'm glad you and your sister like to watch my channel. This random person is throwing numbers and stuff, so hopefully they're not a bot. No nasty stuff. One of these days, if there's more people that tune in, I might have to get a moderator. So yeah, that's a goal of mine, is probably well, with this channel, do more live stream content. And not only do more live stream content, hey, new person, I'm walking my dog. So yeah, Bennett, there you go. He's a mountain feist, squirrel hunting dog from the Ozark Mountains, bred to hunt squirrels. And that dog will, he could find a squirrel and hand it to you if you wanted to, if you let him. He's a pretty chill dog. But yeah, with this channel's trajectory, I'm getting close to 100 subscribers now, and I am planning on, if I get any monetization from this channel, it's going to go to my church, tithes there, and then also money will go back into the channel. So I'd probably hire people to edit my videos, and moderators, and just basically make it a better place and content for people, to encourage and edify people and answer questions that people may not know, or may not be Christian, may not be followers of Jesus, but are interested and have questions, or have questions about my faith, or interest that I have about food and culture. And I also am a nerd, big time nerd. And so, and this, whoever's, thanks, Kiwi. Yeah, thanks, Kiwi. Anyways, so yeah, that's part of the channel. And hopefully, I was walking my dog and there was a giant Great Pyrenees, and our neighbor I get is usually this bigger guy that he'll walk his dog, and he can kind of keep this dog reined in, and my dog and that dog don't get along. And so, but I guess his daughter or something was walking the dog, and she's itty bitty, and she can't control that dog. So I had to walk away so she wouldn't get drugged. That dog wouldn't drag her. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see a fight with my dog, because my dog may be small, but times that I've seen, I had to pull my dog off dogs, because he's very nimble and territorial, and he's a hunting dog. And so I don't know, I never taught him that, but whenever there's like a dog fight or something, he just instantly goes for the throat. And so, okay, Kiwi, come on, dude. Okay, so there's another, I'll try it now. Let's try it. Go-to comfort food. Start Q&A, there we go. We're gonna scoot that. Okay, who's everyone's go-to comfort food? I don't know how these live stream things YouTube work. Dog, where's my dog? There he is. So my go-to comfort food, it may be pretty weird, but I love, when I was in the Middle East, they had, I can't even remember what it was called anymore. I memorized it because I could speak the language, but I memorized this certain cheese, and it was forgot the name of it, but it was this braided, like almost like mozzarella, and I don't even think it was mozzarella. It was just like kind of a firmer cheese it was strands of cheese that were braided, and it was smoked and salted, and it was like super salty. But that, man, I love some like salty savory snacks. I like pretzels. Like I like cheese, so like a fresh mozzarella, like a caprese salad. I'm growing tomatoes in my garden. You just get a high quality olive oil, some basil that I also grow in my garden, and tomatoes, and kind of slice that, and oh man, that's so good. Balsamic vinegar. I don't care for balsamic vinegar, but I'm just ranting because I'm just trying to figure out. It's like 20 people tuned in, and now I just got one. So I guess that's how streaming works sometimes. But what is y'all's comfort food? What do y'all think? What is your go-to dish? What is your go-to snack? What do y'all think? Because I'm not really, I like sweets, but I'm not like, that's not my comfort, if that makes sense. So we're going to delete that Q&A. It's a Sunday, so a bunch of people are driving up around here. Also, who's the one viewer? Is it still Kiwi? Kiwi, are you still there? Are you the only one still watching? No, okay, I guess that is you. No, that's the interesting thing about, I don't know if anywhere else in the US is like that, or any other people, but especially in old backwoods southern parts of well, not really neighborhoods, but just kind of areas, on roads, or as people drive by, you always do this or something like that. Now you just kind of wave a little bit, or just acknowledge them, because if you don't, if you have eye contact, or you kind of acknowledge each other, you need to greet each other. That's just something, I know a lot of places have that, but up north or other places, they don't really have that. But like, if I'm driving past somewhere and we acknowledge each other, and it's a kind of a small area, kind of similar to where I'm at, I'm going to think they're a butthole if they don't greet me back. If I'm if I'm passing by and we acknowledge each other, and I wave, they need a way back. That's just the mentality over here. That may just be the redneck respect, but people don't have respect these days. And I feel like a 50-year-old man sometimes when I'm just like, oh, they didn't wave back at me. But some people weren't raised in that old-timey respect era. But no. Kiwi, if you're the only one here, do you have any questions? But yeah, I'm just really just kind of doing this live stream, kind of seeing what this would look like long term for my channel. Maybe more people will tune in and we can do more Q&As and stuff. But I'm really just kind of figuring things out, and I like this live stream thing because there's some people that tune in. It's pretty cool. Wish there were more people. I would be happy to make things interesting. I don't know. People want to play a game with me. I guess I'll try a game. Try out these different things. I'll try a video game. Try a video game. This game before, so it might not be great. Okay, what do I do? Okay. What do I do, y'all? Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Oh, okay. So I just kind of, and this is, I'm out of my element, y'all. I don't remember playing games on live stream. There wasn't even a live stream back in the day. There was just, there we go. There wasn't even a live stream back in the day. There was just, okay. So you got like, oh, okay. So if you don't pass the road in time, you get swooped up by an eagle. Okay. Okay. We're gonna, oh, that's nice. I gotta, whoa. This is fun. I don't know. Are you entertained? It's kind of fun. I'm really just trying to figure out this live stream and see what people really interested in. And I'm not trying to, I want to be an edifying, encouraging environment. And so people like gaming content or stuff like this. And I'm getting squashed as a chicken. I guess that's fine too. But that's kind of cool. I had 20 people tune into me earlier, and whoa. Now we're getting complicated here, and I'm dead. Okay. I can't